Hello, and welcome to Manuscript for Mac by Black Manna Studios. Manuscript for Mac is a professional application for any type of writer. No matter if you are a journalist, an aspiring author, or a professional novelist, you can use Manuscript for Mac for writing articles, short stories, or even entire novels. Following a simple, innovative method that takes you from a single empty page to a completed book, Manuscript provides you with the tools you need to write and organize your novel. This is Manuscript's startup window. Here you can either start a new manuscript, open any recent manuscripts you have worked on, or choose a sample manuscript complete with outline and index cards. The sample manuscripts allow you to see an example of what a finished manuscript will look like and let you test out the tools available within the application. I'll begin by starting a new manuscript. This is Manuscript's main window. It is divided into two sections. The left panel offers navigation links and outlines your novel. The right panel is your main editing area. Begin by adding a manuscript title and author name. This is done by double-clicking the manuscript name box in the left panel. The next step is to add two outline elements which will assist you in both writing and publishing your manuscript. These elements are the pitch and the synopsis. The pitch is a one-line summary that captures the essence of your novel. Although your manuscript may contain hundreds of pages, an elaborate plot, subplots, and dozens of characters, your pitch should only be 1 or 2 sentences. When someone asks you what your book is about, you can give him or her your one-line pitch. If it sparks their interest, you will offer your next outline element, the synopsis. The synopsis is a summary of your entire novel, including characters, plots, and themes. Your synopsis includes the beginning, middle, and end of the novel, and is generally no more than 3 or 4 paragraphs long. The synopsis goal is twofold. It should entice the reader to read your manuscript in its entirety, as well as give you a good idea of how to organize the chapters for your manuscript. This brings us to the next step on the way to creating your manuscript, the chapters. Creating chapters is straightforward in Manuscript. Simply click the plus icon next to the chapters box on the left panel. Give your chapter a name. You don't need to add the word chapter and the chapter number. Manuscript will do this for you automatically. When creating your chapter, you will also write a short outline that will describe what is going on in this chapter. Keep the outline brief. You can add more detail later when you are writing the actual chapter content. You can add as many chapters as you'd like in Manuscript for Mac. Manuscript also allows you to easily reorder, rename, and delete chapters. To reorder chapters, simply click the Chapter Edit mode, click and hold on the chapter reorder icon on the right side, and then drag the chapter to its new location. To rename a chapter, simply double-click the chapter name and enter a new name. To delete a chapter, enable the Chapter Edit mode and click the Delete icon. One of the great features of Manuscript is the index cards. Index cards let you write, label, and organize any information that you think will come in handy later on. You can use the index cards to describe in detail your characters, plot lines, story locations, and chapter transitions. You can also use the index cards to brainstorm or keep track of ideas as you go, pulling them into your story at a later time. To add an index card, simply click the plus icon next to the index card box on the left panel. Give your card a name. To easily identify your cards as you progress, it is recommended that you color code and assign an icon to each one. To change the card's color, simply click the color wheel and then click a color. To change the icon, click on the existing icon at the left side to reveal a selection of icons. After completing the pitch, the synopsis, the chapter outline, and creating index cards, you have everything you need to write the actual manuscript content. Use the zoom slider to increase or decrease the font size. To move to another chapter, simply click that chapter on the left panel. One of the great characteristics of Manuscript is its simplicity. Unlike many word processors out there, it has no cluttered interface or dozens of buttons requiring a steep learning curve. We only implemented features you will need in order to write your novel quickly and efficiently. To make more space for writing, you may hide the left panel by clicking the Hide Panel button. To show the panel, simply click that button again. To completely hide the entire interface and any other windows that may be open, click the Full Screen button. This will ensure that you have an unobstructed workspace. To access the full screen navigation controls, simply hover the mouse over the bottom of the screen. In full screen, you can go to the next page, the next chapter, or pick a different zoom level. When you want to exit full screen mode, simply hit the Escape key or click the icon at the top right. The beauty of Manuscript for Mac is that it makes writing easy. Manuscript does not bog you down with numerous options or settings that you will need to remember. The most important settings are stored under the Preference window. In the Preference window, you can change the font type, background color, foreground color, and whether or not you want Manuscript to automatically add the word chapter, as well as the chapter number next to each chapter header. These settings are saved with each manuscript, so that when you send someone your manuscript, they will see everything exactly as you wrote it. Manuscript for Mac also supports exporting your manuscript to the EPUB format. EPUB is the popular format for digital books and makes your novel available on such mobile devices as the iPad and Kindle. Exporting to EPUB is straightforward in Manuscript for Mac. Simply click the Export button in the top toolbar and select EPUB as the export format. Choose a cover image for your book and click the Export button. You now have an EPUB copy of your book ready to be uploaded to any EPUB store, including iBooks and Amazon. Transferring your newly created EPUB to your iPad is easy. Export your manuscript as an EPUB file and save it to your desktop. Connect your iPad to any computer that has iTunes installed on it. Launch iTunes on the computer, then drag the EPUB file from your desktop into the Books section of your iPad. You can also email your EPUB file to your iPad. Open your email program and attach the EPUB file you want to send. Email it to an account that is accessible from your iPad. Open your email on your iPad and tap the attachment. Your iBooks library will open, and your EPUB file will be on your library shelf with your other files. You can now read your book on your iPad. We hope you enjoyed this quick overview of Manuscript. If you have any questions, feedback, comments, or need technical assistance, please visit our help desk at www.blackmanna.com/support. Thank you and happy writing.